So here's just a quick little shot about how to do the large acacia cutting boards. They actually fit just in between the gantry. So you take out the crumb tray and then raise it up. I have underneath here, I just have a tile underneath here and then another acacia board sitting underneath it. And then I tape down my board just to give it a little more stability. It still wiggles, you'll see here. But what's more important, so I have the machine off, what's the most important is that it has to fit between the gantry. So you need to make sure that your rope is out of the way, and this gantry right here has to have enough clearance so that it doesn't catch on either side of the board. So these large boards were made specifically to fit right between the gantry. So there should be enough room on either side to give you a little bit of a wiggle. And then we take the crumb tray out because these boards are thicker than ½ an inch. And you just, whatever you're using to raise up your material, you just make sure that this air assist fan that's in the back can actually clear the board, because if it doesn't, it will catch on it and then it will ruin your board and your engrave. So then the laser head can do its thing, moving back and forth for what it needs to do, and the gantry can also move all the way for what it needs to do. Alright, so part 2 of the large acacia boards is, because they are so large, you might want to engrave on the bottom of the board or the top of the board. So you can actually do that by doing the magnet hack for the Glowforge machines. So you open up your bottom front panel, and then I have these really high-powered neodymium magnets that clasp on here, because the tray here attaches with a magnet, and that's how the Glowforge knows whether or not this is closed. So the magnet hack bypasses the system. So you take your crumb tray out, you put your boards in, you raise it up to the right height, make sure that your board's gonna clear, which it should once you've figured out what your riser material is. Put your magnets on and then close the lid. And so now you've got your board in here, and you can decide, you know, where you want it to be at. You might need to have something out here that's holding up this board here. You'll hear my kids here in the background. They're playing Minecraft. And then what I like to do also is, because when you're engraving with this open, you're going to have a lot of smoke coming out. And so you can use a bag or whatever you want to seal it back up with some blue tape to help, or a sheet or cloth or something like that, and it helps with the air pressure as the laser is moving. So that is the magnet hack for using your Glowforge, and it allows you to get to the edges of some things that you might not ordinarily be able to fit within the machine. So the board can fit within the gantry sideways, but it won't be able to engrave all the way to the top or all the way to the bottom of the board, or all the way left, all the way right, whichever you want to call it. But if you do want to engrave on those, like put a nice little monogram there in the corner, you can have it out here and have it stabilized and do the magnet hack. Any questions? Let me know. Thanks and have a great day.